Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Mr. Fist, and welcome back to the channel. Before we begin, though, like and subscribe if you feel like it. It makes me know that you want to see more content similar to this, and overall, it just really helps support me. So, today's topic we're going to be talking about is a follow-up video from my previous video, which was about rank tips. So, if you haven't seen that video, it's in the top right-hand corner. Basically, what I was talking about is my top 5 tips that I definitely recommend for any newer player heading into ranked, what they should know before heading into that competitive mindset. And again, go check that out. But today's episode is going to be a follow-up episode, and then we're going to be talking about 10 operators that I recommend you play when you're heading into ranked. These are just my opinion, and I like to hear what you guys would say would be a nice beginner op. But these are my top 10 picks. We're going to be listing off 5 on defense and 5 on attack. We're going to start out with defense first. So number 1, Rook. So I'm going to pop up my notes, and this is what I wrote down. Rook has a simple to use gadget, great guns, and solid beginner secondary gadgets, and that all of that is very true. Now this is pretty much common sense. A lot of people you'll hear around this community say that Rook is a very beginner operator. But, I'm just putting it out there just to make it known that he is very friendly to beginners, and he's good in ranked. I mean, armor panels for your team is just good in ranked. He has solid beginner secondary gadgets, razor wire, and impact grenades. And I definitely recommend running impact grenades if you're playing in ranked. So, yeah, that's our first operator on defense, and that is Rook. Number 2 is Smoke. So, Smoke denies late entry and should generally be used as an anchor. So how many times have you gone into a casual match even and see Smokes roam around the map? And the reason why they do that is because he's a 2 armor 2 speed and he feels very lightweight, but he's generally designed for anchoring. And a way to deny the attackers late rushing is by throwing smoke canisters and getting them up. And it kind of just really makes the attackers uncomfortable, and it's definitely used in Pro League and in ranked. I definitely see a lot of Smoke players play it in ranked. He's a beginner operator. He still is quite meta changing even to this day, year 5, season 1. So definitely give Smoke a try. He has great weapons, and I definitely recommend using the razor wire because it definitely complements his gadget quite well. If you put your razor wire down in a point where you know that they're going to rush in, you can throw a smoke canister and you get that sound cue, and you can throw that smoke canister and deny their entry. So definitely choose Smoke. Alright, and for my final vanilla operator on defense, before I get into the deluxe operators, is Jaeger. Jaeger has amazing weapon choices, this is what I wrote here, and he can be utilized as a roamer or an anchor. Now, I honestly didn't know Jaeger was supposed to be this anchor type player until I started getting clips for them today. I've been trying to get clips for all these operators for around 6 hours at most. And what I noticed is he is generally used to be a roamer, and that's what you see in ranked and stuff like that. But you can also use him as an anchor. If you're not confident in yourself and saying, I'm going to roam and get these easy kills, you can definitely anchor with him. Place down Jaeger's ADSs, and kind of just hold your angles and use those ADSs to your advantage. It's a more of a basic type version of Warden. So I definitely recommend Jaeger. He has the 416 carbine, which absolutely slays still, has not been nerfed for some reason. He's a good choice, and I definitely recommend that if you're a beginner and you're heading into ranked, definitely anchor with Jaeger, because you just support your team and it makes you really helpful to the team. I definitely think that's enough, to pick Jaeger on your team. All right, so now we're going to get to the DLC operators. If you don't have the Renar, if you don't have the money to get these operators, that's fine. What I listed off was 3 great options that you can buy for vanilla, and but these right here are deluxe operators, and this is what I'd recommend. My 4th pick, Valkyrie. Now, Valkyrie is a really good operator in certain hands, and you may be a little afraid. You may be like, maybe this guy on my team is going to be a little better with Valkyrie. But I feel like someone needs to learn at some place. And what I wrote here is Valkyrie is for the player who wants to start roaming while also learn map knowledge. So I definitely think if you're trying to learn the maps or if you're trying to get used to them, go ahead and run Valkyrie. Put up some cameras. That definitely helps out your team a lot in terms of intel. The more cameras on your team, the better. And I definitely think that Valkyrie is a really good operator. She has a great submachine gun. In my opinion, I don't think it's that bad. The MPX, which is shared with Warden. And she has a really good gun. She has nitro cells, and you can also learn how to use nitro cells with her. And to put up some cameras around the objective or even outside the objective, secure those areas and those choke points the attackers are going to go through. And it definitely helps out a lot, I definitely think. Whether your Val cams aren't that great or whether they are, I definitely think they would help out your team if you just give out callouts on those Valkyrie cameras. There's videos on YouTube right now showing the best Valkyrie cameras in the game. And definitely check those out. So, yeah, I definitely recommend Valkyrie is a good pick, whether you're a beginner or whether you're experienced. I definitely recommend her, so give her a try. Alright, number 5, you're going to call me absolutely crazy, but it's Alibi. Alibi has a simple-to-use gadget, good weapons, and both of those combined make Alibi a decent option. Now, what I chose Alibi here for is a lot of people don't know how annoying Alibi can be. And what I mean by this is I've learned this on my own. I had no idea you could do this. I had no idea how annoying it could be. But I've learned this on my own. And what I do is I put the Alibi prismas in front of doorways and in front of windows, the attackers would be trying to shoot from. And if you've been playing Alibi, try this new strategy. Go ahead and put some Alibi prismas in the doorways where attackers will be coming from, or in windows, and it definitely annoys them to the point where they're like, I'm not sure if I even want to go through there anymore. And the reason why I chose her on this list is because of that, and because of her great weapon, which is the MX4 Storm. And it's a great weapon. She has good secondaries. She has impact grenades, and I definitely think she is really beginner based. I asked a couple of people. I said, do you think Alibi is for the experienced player or for beginners? And they said both, or they said beginners specifically. So I definitely think Alibi is a good pick. So yeah, definitely try out Alibi. Alright, so that is all from my defenders. Now we're going to go on to the attackers that I've listed off. Again, we're going to go 3 vanilla operators and 2 deluxe operators. So my first attack operator is Sledge. Sledge has amazing weapons. The L8502 is a beast of a weapon. He has amazing weapons, an amazing kit, and he has an amazing beginner-friendly gadget, which is a sledgehammer. I mean, what else is needed, really? I see so many Sledges in ranked, even today. Run him because he has an amazing loadout. The L8502 absolutely slays, and paired up with that with the SMG11 absolutely slays as well. And on top of that, you have frag grenades. So if you're struggling to pick an operator, go Sledge. I mean, if there's a couple of your options, your favorite options used up already by your other teammates, go ahead and select Sledge. He is not that bad of an operator. I definitely think he needs some more love. I see a lot of players play Sledge, but not as much as I think he should be played, because he is just so good and such a great operator. And I definitely think he needs a lot more play, and you can start out by playing Sledge today in ranked. Alright, number 2 is Thermite. He's primarily used to breach garages in ranked, and I definitely think if you're queued up with one of your friends going at Thatcher, it's a deadly combo because you have a lot of communication. And honestly, what I wrote here is it's for the experienced player, used primarily for fragging and support. So start fragging with Thermite, start supporting with Thermite. You have a big responsibility, but I think that if you kept playing him, you get used to it, and it definitely helps out your team a lot if you play him correctly. I definitely recommend, if you're a beginner, start getting more clips with Thermite and start getting more kills. It's definitely going to help you out. So definitely go ahead and try out Thermite and add it to your main operator you use in ranked. Number 3 is Fuse. Now, Fuse has a gadget that is used to destroy enemy gadgets and or clear and secure rooms of enemy combatants. So Fuse has always been a beginner op. I'm just going to go ahead and state that out. He always has been a beginner op. But then again, I see some people sweat with him, absolutely sweat with him in platinum and gold play, because Fuse is really underrated. I don't think a lot of people who say Fuse is bad have generally played Fuse. Fuse is not that bad. He does need a couple of buffs, maybe a speed change. Other than that, he doesn't need any other major changes to his gadgets or to his loadout. He has an amazing weapon, one of the best assault rifles in the game, right next to the C7E. He has a great gadget that can kill people, and it also is used to destroy gadgets that are in the way and that could clear out a room. So there could be barbed wire in a room, you could fuse from up above, and you can completely destroy those gadgets. And you know, his gadget is a cluster charge, and it sends so many grenades down to a small area that it could kill a person, and it could very well grant you the win. It could be game changing, quite frankly. Getting one person down on the enemy team in ranked is crucial, and you know, using Fuse with his gadget, that might help out your team a lot. Really, you kind of want to hold back and let your team do the work, and when they need assistance, you head in, clear out the rooms, or come from up above and destroy those gadgets and destroy the enemy team, and that'll definitely help out your team a lot. Number 4 is Lion. So this is my first deluxe operator, and he has an easy gadget that doesn't require much work. It's very similar to Rook. You kind of press it and it's done. You do your job. But Lion has 3 scans in total, so you know, use those scans to your benefit. If your team says, hey, I might need a Lion scan right now, go ahead and activate that Lion scan. It'll definitely help out and support your team. Now, Lion has been nerfed. In fact, he got a really big nerf to him when you couldn't see through walls and didn't have that red outline on the people. But now, even today, he's used more of an intel operator, which he was originally supposed to be. And that definitely makes Lion a viable choice. Very similar to Fuse, you kind of want to hold back, and until your team says, hey, I might need some support, go ahead and send in a scan and try to frag out. Lion is not a bad choice at all. I don't see a lot of people play him in ranked, and I definitely think it's a good place to start if you're starting out. So definitely give Lion a try, and I think that'd really help out your team. Alright, so my final operator is Gridlock. Gridlock is an operator with great guns and a great gadget that is used to watch your back. With the track stingers, they're sitting in a cluster, so if you put them in a doorway, they spread around and you're here if someone's trying to destroy them. So I chose it for that, and I also chose it because of the smoke grenades. Smoke grenades are by far a really good gadget, and I definitely think a lot of newer players need to check this gadget out because it's so important, right? So Gridlock has an amazing primary option, the F90, that's amazing, and the M249 Saw, that's another good option. Other than that, I don't think there's any much more reasons I should, list off for a Gridlock. Gridlock is a solid operator. She's more of a flex operator, I'll admit that, but it'd just be great to have her on the team, and definitely use her to start supporting and help out your team. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is my second episode of how to start ranked. If you want to see more of this series, make sure to drop a like. I'll be dropping more content in the following weeks, but we'll see if this series comes back to the channel. So definitely take these operators into mind next time you head into ranked, and I definitely think it'd make a change. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. I'm trying to get this goal to 100 subscribers. Let's make it happen. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next video.